it through once and we'll see where it goes. Okay?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I kind of fiddle around sometimes.
Arts is a blast.
I just got paint on my pants all by myself.
There's a lot of joy in the effort.
I get lost when I'm doing painting.
I love those moments.
Jump out that sofa. Let's kick it off.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Community School of the Arts teaches music and the visual arts after school and on weekends to students of all ages, with an emphasis on making all of our programs accessible regardless of ability to pay.
We just want the talent to come out. We want the opportunity to be there for everyone and anyone.
It's about passion. It's about finding that passion and developing that passion.
It's about changing the lives of our students.
My first time that I played in front of 1,000 people in the Blumenthal Performing Arts Center was when I was 3.
I've sold 4 or 5, maybe 6 of my paintings. I've done murals in houses and I got paid for those, so.
I get a lot of opportunities to play at like concerts and stuff like that, and that's fun to me because I get to stand in front of a crowd and like play music for them, and then they enjoy it and they tell me how good I am at it.
I wanted to play the violin when I was, what, 3, and my mom didn't think I would do good at all because I sang monotone at the time, but I turned out to be pretty good.
They can be 10 years old playing on stage, and I guarantee you when they're 70, they will never forget performing on stage.
It's very nerve-wracking, and it's like your hands get all sweaty and your heart beats really fast. But after you play in a recital and stuff like that, you feel very accomplished, and I love that feeling.
One of the 5th grade girls came out after a concert and said hello to me, and I high-fived her and I said, "You sound fabulous." And she said, "I do." That's why we do it.
I really do believe that music is for every child and every child for music.
Let me see that pretty tongue.
And it's my responsibility as the teacher to bring that to them and help nurture that within them.
Here, you can teach art the way it was really supposed to be taught.
When you are able to walk in to one of our classes and see the faces of kids who normally would be extremely shy, and they're able to finger paint or, draw something that's from the heart.
Jasmine, that is lovely work. I like the purple color you picked.
And you see them smile and actually interact with the teachers.
What? Start it over.
For whatever reason, one day they come in with a certain glow on their face, and you know they're going to show you something special. And maybe they figured out the next piece, or they finally mastered a new skill, and it's this really awesome moment where we don't even say anything. And the child will walk up, I'll tune their violin, hand it back to them, and they just go. And they finish, and I know exactly what they wanted to show me, and the parent is so excited because they know exactly what just happened, and there's this just intense moment of celebration that goes on, and I feel so lucky. I experience that all the time with these kids, and I wouldn't trade that for the world.
I told myself that if I'm ever a music teacher in life, I'm going to make it fun for the kids, and I'm just going to let them jam and improvise and just get creative with the music.
We are not an isolated fortress. of the arts. This is one of the largest providers of arts education in the Southeast. We have a small staff, a very efficient staff, a very hardworking faculty, and we do a lot with a little. We served 3,200 students. Last year, we partner with town halls and community centers and churches and synagogues and park and rec centers to put our programs into neighborhood-based locations so that they're convenient for our families.
That's why this institution is so important, is that it's thinking holistically about how do we teach our next generation and provide that access in the community.
When you go down that path, I believe that you have a more well-rounded individual, and that individual is going to have a better opportunity to contribute to society.
Kids that play music have the best test scores. They're the most creative, the most worldly. They are able to solve problems much more easily because that's what music is.
There's so much more to education, a well-rounded education, than just academics. You know, the enhancements and the value that comes to students through an arts education is invaluable.
I think in the global economy, we have got to go back to that innovative, creative thinking that put this country at the top of the world.
It's developing the type of mind and the type of passion and the type of talent that we want in our population as we move into the years ahead.
Why isn't this more important? And who needs to say something about it? Because we, our voices obviously are going to be out there saying it as much as we can, but there's just not enough. We need to make this something that everybody feels is a priority. That's it.
In order for the arts to continue to thrive, we need to continue to grow supporters and creators of art.
What I've seen about CSA is the more you invest, whether that's time or money, the more you're drawn to the cause and the more you actually get out of it.
I think it's companies getting involved with Community School of the Arts. They're investing in the future of our city. They are helping, give children the opportunity to learn a different set of skills that will help them as they go through college and on in careers later in life.
As a business person, you're always looking at return on investment. I'll tell you, you'll get a really good return on this investment.
We were intrigued by the sustainability function that they've created with the tuition-paying students on one hand, and then the access, the scholarship folks, and how they interact. The sustainability that they've created will help the organization last for years to come. We believe that they are a tremendous organization and are excited to be partners with them.
Teaching our next generation quality arts instruction and connecting them to that world of wonderment is something that only Community School does, and they do it exceptionally well. And I think that's why ASC is such a strong supporter.
As a parent, I've seen that firsthand. As a donor, I say, why keep it to ourselves? Let's share this and make sure that there are a number of other children and other people who can reap the benefits.
They've cut music from the schools. It's becoming less and less important, and so that makes this more and more important. People need this, and to give students a chance in all disciplines of art, especially needy students, the chance to have a place to call home musically, I think is really, really important.
It's an exciting part of life. I wouldn't change having music in our lives. I wouldn't change being at the Community School of the Arts.
Anybody that I can get enthusiastic about their instrument and get excited about music, that's who I love.
I teach my first lesson and I remember exactly why I'm here. And it's fantastic.